Welcome in. Welcome in to Spirituality, Order, and Law. I want to say, first of all, hello. And I also want to say thank you to those of you all that watch this channel and watch this content, okay? Because it makes me happy. It does to see that you all are watching the videos and liking the videos. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Here with DA LaSherlingo, we're going to take a different type of tackle at the case that we need to look at today. I want to thank you all so much for being here, and I want to thank the Most High God for giving me this position. So my question to the True Crime Oracle cards is, show me the criminal or show me the crime that I need to investigate at this time. I am DA LaSherlingo, your humble host. Let me speak a little bit louder because I know I have a very soft voice, and right now I do not have a microphone, okay? So if you would like to donate to the ministry to help me get a microphone and some of the other things that I need to make the platform even more appetizing, I'll just put my Zelle information in the description box, okay? All right, Most High God. Let's see. Well, who is the criminal or what is the crime? What's this case? Love wanted to pop out. Uh-oh. Look, and then family. Somebody family. If you love somebody, it wouldn't have to come out in a tarot card reading. I'm just saying now. That's an action word. Maybe somebody got a secret love. Show me the criminal or show me the crime. Crime of passion. Ooh. Show me the criminal or show me the crime. Okay. Water. That's a setting. What else? Show me the criminal or show me the crime. Show me the criminal or show me the crime. You know, on one of my other readings, marriage and wedding. Don't worry about it. So something about water, marriage, and wedding. I'm also picking up, it could be a little bit of crime of passion involved in this, okay? Because this is spirituality. And look, there's love. It's still right there in family. I'm not shuffle the cards. Somebody got a family. There's a crime of passion, okay? That could have already happened or that is being planned on happening. And there's some water that's involved. Whether that water is people, places, or things. So, Most High God, I want to use the Panther Oracle, right? Show me the overall mindset of the main character here to give me a more clear insight on this case that I need to look into. I didn't know I was going to get that many for overall energy from the True Crime Oracle. And they so related, right? Don't marriage and wedding and family and love go along with a crime of passion? Because a crime of passion is about love. What's the energy from the Panther Oracle? Something about bribery. Somebody getting talked into doing something that maybe they should not be doing. Some other adjectives on here. You see what color that font is in? I'm not even. Somebody very upset about this whole situation. Anything else once I got from this deck? regarding the overall energy of the main character. So the main character, right, is definitely one of the partners in the wedding. Okay. And they're involved in the family. Whether this is the spouse, a blessing. This love was supposed to be like a blessing. Some love is a blessing because it's a healing type of love. Some people's love, it really heals. Which leads me to say that somebody took advantage of a blessing, a sweetheart. Somebody took advantage of a sweetheart. This sweetheart was a blessing to this person. And you know what? Whoever this applies to, there's definitely a child involved because there's the ultrasound and there's the little baby in this picture. Hold on 1 second. Okay. 6 minutes right on the dot. I'm going to turn the camera back on. I tilted it down a little bit so you can see the cards a little bit more. Yeah, I was saying there's the ultrasound and there's the little baby right there. Anything else once I got? Pride. Somebody went against their family. And when I say family, I'm talking about like a family that they literally birthed into the world themselves. Somebody went against their family. Before I get into the tarot, let's go to the intuitive clue card deck and see what type of additional clues I can get. Can you show me anything about the water, the crime of passion? I think I pretty much understand what happened with the family situation. But what about this water, the crime of passion? Is this where the crime occurred at? You can show me a location. Thank you all so much for being here for this episode. It's Aries season. You know, Aries is a fire element. Fire, it can be like a cleansing type of agent, if you will. What's from this deck about the crime of passion? Okay. Something about some real money. Okay, now here's the bribe, right? And here's the real money. See, there it is, the real money. Something about some real money. Okay. So we got real money. What else? I love you until I think I could get over your death with some money. U.S. Marshals. Oh. Why with the U.S. Marshals, I'm picking up on the water, like the U.S. Marshals they tracking somebody on the water. I'm just saying what I'm hearing. They're in a boat. Liars. Oh, they're tracking some liars in a boat. Let me see. If I move this, I can line some cards up right there. Okay. Y'all know how I do. I'm like constantly moving my cards around because I want y'all to be able to see them. Zoom in. Some people want to zoom in and be like, what's she talking about? I can't really remember where I was at, so I'm just going to mix these all together. We're going to see what message come out. What else from the intuitive clue card deck? I got liars, U.S. Marshals, real money, and then the liars are also going to the main character, okay, and those that they work with to set up this this betrayal, this crime of passion. And why did I just look down, okay, at this Fury card, right? This person, this liar right here, they are pissed off, like ninja. They are, listen, do you hear me? This energy right here, they didn't had it with themselves. They not even smart enough to take off that business jacket to try to cool it down. That mug is going to catch on fire right in the middle of her back. That's a promise. She needs to cool down, baby. She's so hot, the energy is coming through my reading. Why is somebody so did this Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a download. This is a crime of passion, right? That did not go through successfully. That was already paid for. Somebody had to go back home to their family. They thought they was going to get a blessing behind this. And since it didn't go through, the U.S. Marshals are involved. Actually, the U.S. Marshals got involved and stopped it. But it don't matter. The energy that's furious, that's the true word of the Most High God, what I'm telling you right now. The energy that is furious, okay, they're mad overall. I'm just going to pull from right here in the middle and shuffle. They're mad overall because it got stopped. They're just mad because it got stopped, period. They don't care, why it got stopped. But they will care when they find out who stopped it. But right now, they don't care. Somebody had to go back home. Oh my goodness. And smile in the person's face that they had set up there and made some type of plot, some type of crime of passion plot. Wonder how that feels. Anything else from this side, my side? Thank you. East side, okay. This could have happened on the east side. Or this could have happened something about the east side location. All right. Word magic. I'll take a couple more. What's this east side energy? I'm picking up black and red. Okay, what else about the east side? Something about black and red on the east side. The reason I'm saying black and red for the east side is because this card right here is about the east side of my hometown where I'm from. And I want to make sure that I correlate the right energy. And that's what popped in my mind's eye was my school colors. So some of the colors black and red. I don't know if those are favorite colors or colors that were used in some type of event in correlation with these people. I'm also seeing black and red right here. That could have been part of their wedding ceremony. I don't know. Or maybe the couple's favorite colors. Maybe they took some family photos together in black and red outfits. Look. Something about black and red. Okay? All right. Now, word magic is there. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see exactly what's going on. I thank you all so much for being here. I know when I use the intuitive cards at the beginning, it makes the reading a little bit longer, but I think we can digest it. We're at 13 minutes. I'll keep you guys to about 20 minutes. I think you can handle it. They said, yeah, we can handle it. What's the message of tarot? Wow. Wow. Imagine that. You sat up here and made out a crime of passion plot, right? And you have to go back home. Ain't no way. All because of your pride now. All because of your pride. And with the east side, when I pulled this out from underneath the east side, like we had a lot of pride for our high school. So like this person, like it's the energy they giving off, like they very egotistical and prideful. Like, man, listen, I'm gonna get what I want out of this. Let's say, for example, I'm picking up, they had a son. He's like, I already got my son out the deal, out the situation, so everything else is disposable. You know what I'm saying? How much you gonna charge me to get this situation where I need to be able to manage it the way I want to manage it? It's that type of energy, that type of pride. So this could be somebody this could be, this spouse could be the type of energy that has some type of as I pick up word magic, yeah, this is like a high ranking spouse. Like, let's be real, we're talking about local government and stuff like that. People do have different ranks, and they can get away with different things based off of what they say and who they know, and depending on the area where you at, it's all type of things. Just because so and so said so, it makes it law. Just because so and so said that X, Y, and Z was a little bit not to be trusted, nobody in the area will trust X, Y, and Z. It's that type of energy. Show me from the tarot, Most High God. 15 minutes in, and I have not read one tarot card. Okay, so this was this prideful entity's wish fulfillment, this crime and passion that he worked towards diligently. That's what he wanted. Everything that I just talked about. It wasn't a secret. He didn't try to hide it from himself. He was really honest with himself about the conflict that he was preparing to create for the people that knew this person that he was getting ready to get rid of. He desired conflict. You know, it's sick. Have mercy. It's sick when you run into one of your past life enemies and they go to no means to destroy you, all the way to marry you and make a MDK plot, crime of passion against you, to stop you from your divine mission. That's sick. And don't think that I'm over exaggerating when I tell you that some of these witches and warlocks know that you're their enemy and they need to get rid of you by any means necessary. Their wish fulfillment is conflict. The person you having a baby with. What else must I got from the tarot? So what I'm hearing is, for whoever is resonating with this, you don't even realize that you are basically married to the enemy. You don't realize that this plot is going on. When you see this reading, it's going to heighten your awareness, because you're going to start thinking about what's going on around you. Not on no paranoid type level, on a spiritual level. Because see, this enemy that you married, they want to take you out for a spiritual reason, not for a physical reason, not because they want to get the life insurance money or something like that. You see, money didn't come out here. It's about your spiritual blessings that you carry and the divine child that you have. So you're going to be a protector of this child. If you were Most High allowed, not able to be here in the 3D to take care of that child will be at the hands of the person who did things to you. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand, as a divine being, okay, you can have birth to a divine child. Now, granted, your child other parent is karmic, but they divine on the dark side. They high level dark entities, which are also supernatural entities. See, the supernatural part is, for lack of a better way to explain it, gray. But whichever entity get hold to it, they decide if it's going to be light, which is equivalent to white, or dark, which be equivalent to black. You see what I'm saying? So this baby, right? This divine baby, right? Is born with light and dark. So we can't just call him a karmic, but he is a high-ranking karmic warlock, period. And that's why he loves to create conflict. Resonates with me, and I can only talk about it so calmly because I've been through these type of relationships. What's that? Queen of Pentacles. That's you. It's the divine collector. Like my ears just, they went like solid on the inside. I don't even know the word I want to say. Like I can't, it sounds like I got on headphones, but I don't. This is you, divine collector. You're the Queen of Pentacles energy. You are the one who the wish fulfillment to start this conflict with is. You are the one that is, you know, even though you're in a married situation, you're basically a single parent. You're basically a single parent, and it is what it is. And you had no idea that this is going on in the background. You could be a Capricorn. You don't have to be. And the other earth signs are Taurus and Virgo. But you don't have to be. You could just be that energy, embodying that energy, okay? There's the marriage with the Four of Wands. And that's what they were planning on doing. They were planning on taking your Four of Wands marriage, causing conflict, his overall wish fulfillment to see somebody down and out and scared and needing this help, and then he demolished. Because that's what his entity was sent here to do. That's what he was sent here to do. What else was I got? I got the King of Swords here. What about the King of Swords? Who is this King of Swords energy? Now the King of Swords, right? That's Gemini energy. But he's also very, very focused. He's logical. Okay? I'm not going to take these because they're just like kind of... He's logical. You know, his boundaries, they're not going to be moved. The decisions that he made are based off of what he has seen going on in the past. Who is this King of Swords that's here? Why is this King of Swords here? Gemini energy. The Lovers. I feel like this is the U.S. Marshal. I didn't want to say it, but like, you know, it's a reason why. And look, here's the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's this energy of like this U.S. Marshal is in love with this Queen of Pentacles energy, because the Queen of Swords came right out underneath the Queen of Pentacles energy. What? What? That's what I'm getting. Wait a minute. What about the King and Queen of Swords? If that's not the U.S. Marshal, I mean, I already got a married couple out here. I got the Queen of Pentacles out here. It's a lot of love out here. How many couples I got out here? There go the... Clarify. That's not the U.S. Marshal. Who is this? What is going on? This the Three of Cups to the Page of Cups, right? And as I was shuffling, I feel like somebody, I feel like the person, right, who's prideful and wants to pay people to do this crime of passion, that they're involved in another relationship. One, a true match relationship. Matter of fact, this relationship could know about this relationship. That's why the wish fulfillment is to cause conflict. That's sick as hell. And not only that, it's like it's in order. The 4 to the 5 for the Queen of Pentacles to marry her and then cause her conflict. That's the wish fulfillment. Show me that. And you know what else? Okay. So let's say that this King of Swords, right, is the same guy in the Nine of Cups that want this wish fulfillment. And remember, I kept saying, I don't know who this is that's mad, but they is mad as hell. I can feel the energy coming off the card. It's the Queen of Swords. This Libra energy. And if you're a real Queen of Swords, you don't play. You got your Gemini lover out there, over there with this other woman, and she done had a baby. So I guess their plan was to bring the baby home, and the Queen of Swords was going to raise the Queen of Pentacles baby. Yeah, as the new wife, but the one that was there all the time, I don't know where she's hiding out. How you got a wife that's, what about the Eight of Pentacles? How you got a wife, she putting that work in. How you got a whole nother relationship, don't nobody know about, but you're going to have a passed on spouse and then pop up with a baby and look like, show me this Eight of Pentacles. And I'm going to get out this reading and got almost 30 minutes, y'all. That, everything I just said, that was the plan, and that's the work that they put in. They put that in. That was it. Now, she's stuck, right? This go over here. I got to finish this row. Now she's stuck because her husband, her lover, her true match, is out here stuck in a relationship, a marriage with a Queen of Pentacles and a baby. Show me the lovers. And she got to be over there and be quiet and be cool about it. And try to balance out her relationship when he do come back and forth to deal with her. Something that she knew was going to pop off 27 on my timer when I seen that. She knew this was going to pop off. So now she got to be so cool and calm about this collaboration that they put together. When I tell you, and I really still even haven't talked about the U.S. Marshals. This is like a TV episode of spirituality, order, and law. Because it's went on so long. 7 of Cups illusions. This lady, options. She got a lot of options when it comes to the Queen of Pentacles. But she don't want to get caught up for hurting nobody. And now it's really messing with her overall confidence. Because the Queen of Swords is stuck in her head. Only thing she can do is try to balance out when this man comes out. Her emotions are all over the place. Because this collaboration was probably her big idea to get some real money. Give me a final message on this, Most High God. What's the final message on this? The Chariot. Cancer energy. And if I'm not mistaken, the 7 of Cups is also Cancer energy. So she's going to have to use willpower. There's going to be a lot of willpower needed in this situation. I'm also picking up with the Chariot. That could be that U.S. Marshal energy. That knows somebody that did something they wasn't supposed to do. Because even though it didn't go off, you still there's like a planning part that I think you can get charged with. What they call that? Conspiracy charges. I want to ask that my protectors, that they guard my intellectual properties, and that my archangels close this portal and this timeline. Okay? And that my goon squad get them if they fuck with me in the 3D. That was the true word of the Most High God.